how was the coming back of your staff? I mean, they right away come back on track like the before. I mean, it was a little bit like a post recovery.
Recovery. I mean, there were some of us that throughout this were continuing to go to Fitness Quest 10 and either meet or connect, or I had a couple athletes I worked with, but it was, very, very few and far between. Um, Definitely people had to find a new rhythm, a new
Yeah, yeah,
rhythm.
yeah.
And
And you as a I mean I mean as a owner of the gym, because you motivate a lot around in the podcast, but for your team, I guess you will do the same.
same. Yeah, it was just it's same. Lot of just trying to connect one-on-one with people to see how they were doing and get a pulse on where they were at physically, mentally, emotionally, professionally. Again, we had people move away, move out of state, get out of the industry. I mean, it was just a year of
Very,
soul
very,
searching and it was just trying to really, like, nothing would surprise me. Whatever someone said, I was like, it's okay. It's good. It's all good. Cause it's like people are just all over right now, and they still are. They still are. It's not like we're completely through this. I think there's, we haven't seen all of the ramifications, but the best thing I kept saying was focus on, I don't care if you have one Zoom session today or a live session. And even now, whoever shows up, just change lives, whoever's there. And now, like, even I had class last night, we had like 20 people in the class, and just thanked them at the end for life, just for being there. Cause it's so good to feel energy again, feel people live again versus Zoom. And, you
yeah.
know,
In fact, I guess now I can see also when I see your clients training with you. I mean, it's like a party because I mean, you can feel the positivity, the happiness of coming back.
Man, that's a good way to describe it, Steve. That's exactly, it's just feels like there's this extra gratitude of what we do and why we do it. And it's like I want to train more now than I did because
In fact,
it gives me life. Like, not training, I felt dead. Like, literally, I was like, man, my soul is shriveling up. Um,
and Todd, just on this purpose, for example, a question that I wanted to tell you is what you that you are I mean usually I mean you are trained for motivating people, but what Todd, for example, learned from this situation, unexpected, I mean what is the lesson in life that you for personal you had after all this year?
yeah, I think there were a few lessons learned on that, Steve. I mean, one is the importance of health, period. When I say health, I'm talking physically and mentally. Um, is going through all this, there was a lot of things that we couldn't control, right? That I couldn't control. And I kept saying, control the controllables, control the controllables. And the more I said that, the less I could control. And it's frustrating because you just want to get back to a quote normal routine, training people and again, I enjoyed what I was doing and loved every aspect of it, or most aspects of it. And I think the lessons really, Uber, control the controllables. Two, the importance of physical exercise, even getting out in nature and going for a walk or hike or walking the dog and getting outside. Like, just movement was I would say movement is medicine, motion is lotion. Movement really is medicine. It's medicine for the mind. It's medicine for the
Absolutely.
body and that. And then the other thing I'd say too is just the importance of faith. I know personally, I dove deeper in my own faith because I felt like I couldn't control anything, and time was becoming this weird, like you're in this time capsule. And I think through a lot of questioning, I think just even faith strengthened up as well. Of just relying on my own faith to say, hey, God, however you want to use me, I'm here. And whether it's through Fitness Quest 10, through a podcast, through a motivational Zoom keynote that I was doing, because I did quite a few Zooms to companies, like these motivational talks where I would show up live, but it was on Zoom. I was just trying to stay open to it all. And the other thing too, I'll just end it with this on this, is I was always on 7 days a week. And I realized how tiring it was, because I felt like I always had to work, and you can't take a vacation because it wasn't like part of my mind was I wasn't working. But the truth is I never stopped working.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
it was a very tiring, energetic drain, because I was always on, and I had this mission of like, I'm going to save the world. I'm going to keep everyone fired up. But it was 7 days a week, 365 days. Like, it was always, but I was like, I wasn't working, but in truth I was, because of the mindset of I couldn't turn it off. I could
Absolutely.
not turn it off.
Because with this situation, I mean, all it's like a totally new situation. I mean, you have to reinvent everything. So it's like a startup of your gym from zero, and you have to do in 1 week. I mean, so imagine how many things you have to think and I mean to plan, and because I mean, a totally new situation. And this was also for us, of course, for everybody. You were it's like every staying on working 24 hours a day, because
Yeah, 7 days a week. And I even now, it's like I feel like I need more time off than normal, because
absolutely.
there's so many people who are reaching out and are really struggling. And I embrace that. I feel the pain in a DM or in an email or a text message or whatever it may be. I'm feeling that I need more time to revive, so I can do what I do, versus just kind of the normal work 5.5 days a week. And, it's you're on from early morning till, dinner time, and you can turn it off. I just found throughout all of this, it was 7 days a week. And to this day, I still feel like there's a certain level of PTSD that I'm like, all right, I got to really take care of myself. I got to make sure that I'm getting out and I'm moving, I'm exercising, and I'm trying to step away from saving the world every day, every moment, because it's
Hey,
always there.
it's like to being jumped in a new training, talking about workout. You never did, and you have to understand how when you have to make the recovery for recharge and to have a best performance, I
Right.
guess. But
Absolutely.
for example, Todd, and you just I think you have already answered me in some part. What were the I mean the elements that gave you strength in this situation in this year? For sure, for what I
Faith.
understood,
Number
faith.
one is faith. That no doubt about it. I was getting hope, and I have a Bible study that I go to every Tuesday night, and I have a group of prayer warriors that I work with. That, like, number one, that was giving me the strength, the energy, the like keep moving forward. That was one. Two is Gary Chapman has this book called The Love Languages, and there's 5 love languages. And one of my love languages is the words of affirmation. So I only needed every now and then a text or an email to say, thank you so much. You have given me hope, or you saved my life, or I'm going to get through this. Like, I would just need one of those every now and then. And I would get life from feedback from a follower, fan, friend, whatever it may be, because that's why I do what I do, is to know that I'm making a difference. And when I hear those words from somebody, it's like, all right, I'm just going to keep leading by example. I'm going to keep going live. During the pandemic, when we first got shut down, I said I was going to go live every day at 12 noon local time here in California. And I thought, honestly, I said, I'm going to do it until we open back up. And I thought it was going to be about 2 weeks. So 7 days a week, I went live at
Yeah, me
12 noon.
too.
And it, before I knew it, I'm 90 days into this thing. I'm 3 months in, and we still weren't opened up. And I think it was the 91st day we opened back up for the first time before we got shut down again. But every day I went live at 12 noon, and I share that because that was giving me life by going connecting with people like yourself, Steve, in Italy, and I had people throughout Europe and Canada and you name it, people from all over the world,
Yeah, yeah,
including the US. And that was giving me life because there was this energy exchange of people were given and given light. So those are some things that for me throughout the past year plus that I was like, okay, this is what's feeding me.
absolutely, absolutely. And those are kind of feedback for sure are usually important in before pandemic. I can imagine how much could be now, and I'm totally agree with you that is something that give the strength for keeping moving forward and stay. I mean, motivated for sure. And
Yeah, no doubt. It's definitely increased.
for example, Todd, what do you think, in your opinion, will be the future of the fitness club in the next 3 years?
Yeah, it's a good question, Steve. I think there's a few different things that are important to recognize in our industry right now. And first and foremost, however it is, whether it be through online coaching or teaching classes through Zoom or through personal training, connecting with members, truly connecting at a deep level is going to be really important. That is why I do believe that we're going to really have an incredible opportunity for more one-on-one training in the next few years. I think one-on-one training is going to be
Okay.
resurrected in a lot of ways because people need their health back and they don't have it physically or mentally. There's a lot of people who are suffering. I do believe, and we're even seeing it here already at Fitness Quest 10, people want to be back in the gym. They do
Absolutely.
want one-on-one or a small group. They feel comfortable with, one-on-one and obviously keeping social distancing and good practices. But man, they need to be pushed. They need to be challenged. They need a cheerleader on that, and hopefully a great trainer or coach can do all the things where they can provide the motivation, the accountability, the know-how. They could give them an attaboy, attagirl,
Absolutely.
let them know they believe in them. So I do believe that one-on-one training is going to have a huge resurrection here over the next year plus on that. I also do believe that clubs and studios, the connecting part is going to be really important on how a club connects with its members, and that could be through Zoom, it could be through text messaging, mobile messaging, but obviously through programs. And when we get back to the point where we could have gatherings as well with, 20, 30, 50 people, that will get back. And whether that's this summer or later this year, we will get back to that point. But as human beings, we are human beings, not human doings. We are beings. We want to be with other people.
Absolutely.
We want to collaborate and network. And right now there's a little sense of unease about sometimes when there's a larger group, but ultimately we're going to need to network and connect and socialize, and clubs and studios are great at that. And it's around a healthy thing. It's not around just partying. It's a fitness party. It's smiles, and it's people really diving into their health. So I think that's going to be popular. And then obviously technology has only advanced 10x in the last year, and it will continue to do that. And whether we're talking wearables, because even like myself, I was talking about this the other day. We're having, as I speak, a huge My Zone challenge at our club, and there's a lot of connecting going on through our My Zone challenge, and people are competing, and there's prizes that we're giving away, and it's a way right now through technology that our members and clients are connecting. Obviously, through streaming classes, we streamed classes through a big part of our pandemic. There were people sometimes 20, 30, 40, 70 plus people on some of our classes early
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
that people were just finding ways to somehow get their exercise in and also connect. So I think that is something that will be here for a while. Now, as a trainer and coach, I prefer me myself live, where I could work with someone live.
Absolutely.
But technology certainly has had its advantages and allowed us to do things and scale some of our skill sets more than ever before.
Yeah. And in my opinion, people will love to come back to the physically to the gym, is because it's like to going to dinner outside on Saturday night. You don't go every day in the restaurant, but you like to go to the restaurants because it's an experience. So the same will be, in my opinion, for digital and physical. I mean, you can somebody will stay in the digital. Somebody will love the most will love to come back in the physical, and maybe when your schedule will be busy, you will do a digital lesson, for example.
Right. Right. And Steve, the other thing too, I would say is it's a great opportunity right now for clubs and studios to upgrade and change some of their environment. We just even in January here of 2021, we just gave a fresh coat of paint to every room, like literally changed around, just put fresh paint. We changed around some of the equipment. We changed some lighting. We made some.
I understand your point.
I'll say small, but they were big. Why? Because when people came back in, they saw that there was some love and TLC that was put back in, and that we weren't dormant for the entire year, even though we were dormant for a big part of the pandemic. Obviously, there was a lot of love that went back in, and we put new quotes up on the wall. And this just takes a few weeks of planning and time, a little bit of money, but the life that the members have expressed, and it feels so good to be back. And I'm not saying just because you have new fresh coat of paint on and new slogans and quotes up on the wall that makes a difference, because people want to see a smile and feel the energy and feel the music again. But environment plays a huge role in how one's well-being is. Why? Because a lot of people have been stuck in our home office for a year having meetings, and now all of a sudden they go to a beautiful, gorgeous place that smells good. It's got green plants. It's got positive quotes. It's got energy. It's smiling. All of a sudden you're like, holy shit, this is amazing. I need more of this. And then we do. And we're feeling it already here at Fitness Quest 10. People are hungry to get back. People want to get going. And while we're treading water slowly, we do feel that a big uptick is coming.
Yeah, yeah, I'm totally agree. Uh, you have to come back in something in a new page of your life. I mean, I mean, the mind has to be far as possible from what we passed, and
Right.
so I mean, your little things that you did. I mean, you did the right. I get your point. It's very strategical. I mean, good.
It's good. It is good. People enjoy it. It's all about the environment that you create.
And last question, which I'm very curious also. I'm following you, and sometimes you talk about your programs that you do, Mastermind and Impact. And from what I understood, if you can explain me better, Mastermind is something is mostly compared to the Impact program is more dedicated to the not only to the professional in fitness, could be entrepreneurs, businessmen.
So the mastermind coaching program compared to my impact coaching program is, the impact coaching is for everyone who is wanting to go to another level in their life, not just fit pros. These are people of all walks of life, from financial advisors to attorneys to moms and dads, people who are stuck in their career, people who maybe are still searching for a deeper purpose, and they're in their 40s, 50s, and even 60s. And they're like, man, there's got to be more to life. Because there's not only a fitness component and a spiritual component, but there's an entrepreneurial business component to the impact coaching program as well. So that's something that the last 2 years I've really invested a lot of time and energy into growing my impact coaching program. Whereas the mastermind program, that is specific to trainers and coaches who are searching for their deepest and best self personally as well as professionally. It's much more trainer specific, entrepreneur specific. 70% of those members inside our mastermind are brick and mortar club or studio owners or managers. The other 30% are either online or they're working for a club or studio. But we focus on business and leadership and branding, online branding, social media for the Fit Pro training, and of course, personal growth and development. So I started 13 years ago with just the mastermind program and for Fit Pros, but I was getting all of these asks by people from all walks of life, including my own clients, that, hey, the same thing you're teaching to these Fit Pros is applicable to my career or to my business, because I run a retail shop, or I want to open a business, or I'm stuck and I'm frustrated with where I'm at in my career and I want to make some more money and find some more fulfillment. So that's when I started the impact coaching program. And that's where a lot of my time and energy will be moving forward, not only in training, obviously, but in coaching other Fit Pros and other high performers and entrepreneurs who are seeking out their best self.
Okay, cool. Very nice. And I like very much also, I mean, when you make like a physical part of this group, for example, when you train, I don't know if a part of your programs, when you, for example, you created this team building group in the beach and you train them. I mean, something that for me, it's very, I mean, team building is always very good, very useful.
Huge. Huge. Yeah, team building, especially now, whoever's on your team, you got to go to battle with who's on your team. But part of being a great leader is making sure your team understands the vision and the mission at hand. Right now, there's a lot of people seeking and searching for what's the mission? What's my mission? What am I all about? So when someone's like, "Well, what am I about? What do I stand for?" When they can rally around a team's mission or a company's mission and they align with that from their core values, now all of a sudden you can find happiness and you can find success and fulfillment in a job or a career, because your personal core values and mission aligns with the company's core values and mission. And that's how I'm spending a lot of my time, is making sure that companies have defined what that's all about and how do we make it congruent with who's on our team, and rallying around a mission so we can get behind a movement, because we want to be around a movement that's going to ultimately change lives. And for me, that's what impact coaching is about. That's what the mastermind is about. That's what, when I'm doing one-on-one coaching with people, is about. It's literally making sure we get to the core of who someone is and that their work is their passion and their purpose.
Yeah, I'm agree. And I mean, I think I finished my questions today. And as I told you, I would like maybe in the future to invite you to, because I would like to organize a training for my staff. So I would like to have maybe a proposal that you can send me by mail. Maybe how you can organize I mean, a training for a couple of days for my team, and eventually I can transfer this training to a biggest group, because we are a part of a chain of 8 club.
Right.
So I mean, it's not a very immediate thing, but it's something that I wanted to organize, hopefully. So
Well, no, Steve, I appreciate that. What I'd say is this, and I'm more than happy to do that. As you know, I love Italy. I need a great reason to come back and see all my Italian friends. But if you would tell me, and you can certainly write it up, what do you feel that your team most needs? And with the 8 clubs, what are you trying to accomplish, and what's the vision over the next 3 years and 5 years and even 10 years? And it's hard to look forward that far ahead, but when I put together something, I'll go in and customize a program to make
absolutely.
sure that it's about, okay, what are your core values if you have them? Otherwise, we work on that with the leadership team before we talk to everyone. And what is the mission? What is the vision? And what do we stand for? What's our movement? What are we going to be around? What are we trying to ultimately help our members with? That's when we started getting into the programming, into the X's and O's and dotting the I's and crossing the T's of all the way to the delivery of an exceptional experience. The bottom line is, if you're teaching a group exercise class or a one-on-one session, or you have massage therapy, or whatever it is, the concierge, how do we deliver an exceptional experience for the members from the time they walk in and they're greeted by name and a smile to the time they're taking a class and they feel special? Like, that's what people are going to need. They need their spirit tended to. And those are the little things. Those are the intangibles that I like to touch on, not only at Fitness Quest 10. That's what I've done for 21 years at our business. But when I'm with the mastermind, or when I'm doing some consulting work, or at a conference or industry event, it's all about, there's so many people, and more now than ever before, who need that love, that attention, that care, and they need their health. It's said that he or she who has their health has 1,000 dreams. He or she who does not has one. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything. So Absolutely. We've got to make sure that we remember, even for our own selves, we've got to make sure we have our own health. And then when we have our own health, how do we motivate and inspire people to get back to where their health, where they can thrive again? Because there's a lot of people right now who are hurting souls, like on all levels, including physically and mentally. And we got to get back to where we can deliver these exceptional experiences so our members can begin to thrive again.
Absolutely. And for sure, I will write you. Maybe what is my intention? What I want to focus on.
Yeah.
Because in that way, I can express. I can also, give you an idea of my dimension here. And because of course there will be some differences between how we work here and you in California. Different mentality. Of course, we are working also. We are working hard and also on the customer care. Teaching them not only about training. But also about the experience of the client. Those kind of topics that are very important for 60 preparation. Okay.
No. Let's make it happen. I would love to.
Thank you very much, Todd. Now is starting your day.
Hey, time to get rolling now, baby. Time to get rolling. So, Steve, thank you for what you're doing, man. I appreciate you reaching out and giving me the opportunity to speak and talk with you and all your fans and followers. So thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to go change some lives myself right now. I'm going to get on my podcast.
Todd, this today, my feedback to you is something that fired up you, as you told before.
Absolutely, brother. I'm fired up. Now I got a chance to talk to you.
And the reverse for sure. And thank you very much for having time for this interview, because I know that you are very busy in different in different directions. And but I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. Very much.
Thank you. I'm gonna go on the treasure to change some lives now.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Steve. Have a great day. Peace.
See you soon.
Sounds great. Thanks, brother.
Thank you so lot.
Peace.
Peace.